of whose presence, what is it all about? On the background you're having this track, and this is just the beginning of almost half an hour of conversation, hoping that you're enjoying Maputo Corridor Radio's transmission so far. Well, this is one of the tracks that you're going to find in the 12 song album,
which means something dangerous. Something dangerous. It's one of my compositions that comes on my first album, and it features Shani Wagone, a Mozambican timbila player, and the singer Sheila Malijani. Universidade Eduardo Mondlane, they invited me to be a part of the band of the university. So from that moment, the band was under the directions of the great Jimmy Drivio, and from that moment they liked my approach, and they invited me to teach at the School of Music of that university. So my career is always around performance and teaching music.
So, you're not the only person that comes from Maputo when it comes to this kind of music. What is happening there that you people are so in love with jazz music?
Oh man, I think the people there are very eclectic. They like good music. Yes, I think everybody like good music. When the music is good, you can't.
Just get
you just get into it.
Well, you were telling us that some of your inspirations include your father and also your brother, and you told us also that your father was a collector, more than a singer or musician himself, but he had a high sense of appreciation of music. And then your brother had a master's degree in jazz.
Yeah.
So those were surely some of your first and most important inspirations. But who else is there? What are the great names that inspired you all around the world, and somebody around here?
Yeah, around the world, because I was very privileged, because there was always music around the house. So my father would play George Benson's CDs, my brother would play Wes Montgomery CDs. So these are the main influences of my style of to play the guitar: Wes Montgomery, George Benson, Jay Paz. And around here, I always admired guys like Fanny Fumo, Alexandre Langa, Jimmy Giorgio, and from the neighbor South African music, I like Ernest Smith, who I had the luck and privilege to have him featuring me on one of my tracks on the album. I like Celeiros a lot, and Prince Cupid, Judith by itself.
Yes.
And it's not like the movie scenes. It's like you feel that something really close at that door. So this is the kind of presence of force that I have, that strong feeling and sensation that is under my life. So it's not a power, a force that only shuts the doors, but that can guides my lives, and in many situations I feel that to take another step is not just a matter of my own decisions, but there is always something that says, no, you can go for it, you will make it through. So this is the kind of presence that I feel in my life.
Well, it's when I first saw this album, I have the album on my hands, listener. I do, and if you want to have access to it too, Mr. Elcides is going to be telling you how. and when. Before we talk about the technicalities of the disc itself, it's quite interesting because you have a degree in physics. So usually scientists are not very fond of the existence of something stronger than humans or the force of nature itself. So how do you connect sense of presence, art, and sense of presence for the physician in you?
You are loaded with good questions. Well, I'm a physician. I've studied physics at University of Eduardo Mondlane. But before I became a physician, I came from a religious family. My mother always sent us to church, always convinced me and my brothers to always have faith. Always have someone that is tagged at the black sheep. So in certain moments of my life, it's not always, I hear stories of friends that are excluded because they have strong and different opinions. So generally, as social animals, we usually used to go through with people that think exactly the same as we do. So I wrote this tune to talk, to express my feeling, because sometimes you can isolate yourself just because you don't want to crash with other people's opinions, even though we don't agree with other people's point of view, but we should try to respect. We should try to respect. We shouldn't try to find tags like black sheep or something like that. Yeah, that was the idea.
Well, you're listening to Maputo Corridor Radio. In 10 minutes it's going to be 10 o'clock with Charles Maputo bringing the updated news for you. In the meantime, we're talking about the Sense of Presence album, and we also...
Carlos, you will find a guy with a guitar. So that's me. If you want to buy the album, you can send me a message there, and we can find a way to make the album arrive at your door.